petitioner is actually a 22-year-old student, 23-year-old student. He just completed his MBBS studies. Your Lordship, I have never met the respondent. I have no idea who he is. He is trying to exert pressure on me. Sorry?
For what?
I'm appearing for the petitioner in this matter, Your Lordship. I appeared before this court seeking the quashing of the 138 proceedings instituted against the
Who
petitioner.
appears for the respondent, madam?
He is a part.
Served unrepresented.
Yes.
Yes, what's the matter?
Your Lordship, the case of the respondent is that he had the petitioner allegedly asked him for financial assistance of 2 lakh rupees, which the respondent gave to him. And for this purpose, the petitioner allegedly issued 2 checks of 1 lakh each, which were dishonored. Subsequent to which, legal notice was issued and complaint was instituted against the petitioner.
138.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Hmm.
But the checks that have been produced at Annexures C and C1, there are 2 checks. Your Lordship, the account number that is mentioned therein does not belong to the petitioner at all. The account details pertaining to that, though, that account number is given in Annexure D, which is contained at page number 16.
Hmm.
If you can see, the name is not of the petitioner at all.
Hmm.
The complaint, sorry, the legal notice and the complaint of the respondent states that the petitioner was allegedly conducting business. Even the complaint, which is contained at page number 19, if you can see the details of the accused, it states that he has business. He is 38 years old. And his address is mentioned. But Your Lordship, the petitioner is actually a 22-year-old student, 23-year-old student. He just completed his MBBS studies. He has no knowledge, he has no connection whatsoever with the respondent herein.
The checks are produced?
In the lower court, Your Lordship. Yes, but the checks, the account number the account does not belong to the petitioner. The signature on the checks is not of the petitioner. The signature of the petitioner is contained at the affidavit at page number 40. If you compare this with the checks at Annexures C, that is on page number 14 and 15.
Notice was sent to you?
Yes, but I have not received it. I was pursuing my studies in Shimoga. The notice has gone to the address. I have no knowledge. I have not accepted I have not received any notice. I only found out about the case when summons of this summons pertaining to the same were issued to me. Subsequently, I've appeared before the lower court, trial court, and I've filed application for bail, which was granted. Your Lordship, I have never met the respondent. I have no idea who he is. He is trying to exert pressure on me. Sorry?
For what?
Your Lordship, the checks that were issued were in the name of my father. The account number pertains to my father. My father is a businessman. He would have issued perhaps the checks to some third party in the course of business. Even he has no knowledge of the respondent. And the respondent is missing.
Your accused number?
There is just one accused, Your Lordship.
Sole accused.
Me. Yes. The case has been filed against me, although I have no nexus to this matter at all. In fact, even there is an email from Karnataka Bank that is contained at page towards the end, Your Lordship. It was filed with a memo. The last
towards the end.
Sorry.
Yes.
It was subsequently filed, Your Lordship, along with a memo. This email also by Karnataka Bank.
Annexure H.
Annexure H. Sorry. This email also clearly states that the check numbers mentioned therein, that is 2 checks, 532521 and 532522, do not belong to the account number of the petitioner.
Yes, 1 second. So, 2023. Madam, yavat sir 10/12/23. Heard the petitioner is before this court calling in question proceedings in CC 2957 of 2022 registered for offences punishable under section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act and section 420 of the IPC. In CC 2957 of 2022, heard the learned counsel appearing for the petitioner. The counsel for the respondent, though served on 10/4/2023, has remained unrepresented even today. Therefore, the counsel for the petitioner is heard. The petitioner is the accused and the respondent, the complainant. An alleged transaction is projected by the complainant contending that the petitioner had availed of certain financial assistance at rupees 2 lakhs and had issued 2 checks in favor of respondent complainant. The checks having been dishonored has led the complainant to the court of the learned magistrate invoking section 200 of the CRPC for offense punishable under section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act. The concerned court takes cognizance, registers criminal case for offense punishable under section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act and section 420 of the IPC. The registration of the crime and issuance of summons to the petitioner has driven the petitioner to this court in the subject petition. The learned counsel appearing for the petitioner would vehemently contend that the petitioner is a student who is pursuing his studies in where is the Shumaga?
He just completed his
All right,
MBBS.
at the relevant point in time.
Yes.
At the relevant point in time was pursuing his studies in Subaya Institute of Medical Sciences, Shumaga. He's a student of MBBS. The learned counsel would further submit that he has only one bank account at the Karnataka Bank, who also have issued an endorsement that there is no check issued by the petitioner, that would be drawn on Karnataka Bank. The learned counsel would further contend that there is no privity of contract between the petitioner or the respondent, as the petitioner is not even aware of what business the respondent would run for him to enter into a transaction or seek financial assistance from his hands. As observed herein above, the complainant remains unrepresented. The aforenarrated facts are not in dispute. What is projected is an alleged transaction. The transaction is receipt of an amount of rupees 2 lakhs by the petitioner and the petitioner issuing 2 checks. The complaint, if the perusal at the complaint would indicate that the age of the person who has signed the check according to the complaint is about 38 years, and the petitioner who is said to be pursuing medicine at Subaya Institute of Medical Sciences is aged 22 years. There is no correlation between what is stated in the complaint and what are the actual facts in the case at hand. As observed by the learned counsel as contended by the learned counsel for the petitioner is said to have been caught in the crossfire of issuance of certain checks, not by the petitioner, but why should we bring the father? Yes, we caught in the crossfire between checks being issued by someone else, as admittedly the petitioner is not the signatory to the checks so made. The petitioner appears to have been drawn into the web of proceedings under the Negotiable Instruments Act without any rhyme or reason. The other reason that would vitiate the proceedings is the cognizance being taken by the learned magistrate for offense punishable under section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act coupled with section 420 of the IPC. This, whether is maintainable or not, is now referred to a larger bench by the apex court in the case of so-and-so 2022, SEC Online SC page 1010. Therefore, on these twin counts, permitting further proceedings against this petitioner would become an abuse of the process of the law and result in miscarriage of justice. In that light, the so-and-so quashed. Next.